Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I want to show you guys some keyword research that we typically do for our clients and kind of how to spy on your competitors, see what they're ranking for, and ultimately try to figure out like what you could go after. Now, in this case, I'm going to be using one of our clients. I'm not going to say who it is, but basically we're going to be going after printing companies. So this company has the ability to print anywhere between one print and up to 25, or actually nearly an unlimited amount of prints for products. So it doesn't really matter what you want. It could be nail files, it could be boards, it could be signs, it could be whatever it is, right? Ultimately, they want to rank online and rank on Google so they can start getting new customers. And that's what we're here to help them with. So this is kind of after you've already fixed up all the on-page SEO. So if you don't know what that is, definitely go check out one of my other videos of on-page SEO and how to do it and stuff like that. I'll be doing another in-depth on-page SEO and stuff like that in the very near future. So if you're watching this a couple days later, please check back. It'll probably be up by then. But this is really going to be how to make content, right? We practice and preach content marketing. So how do they market and how do they get ahead of their competitors? We're going to pull up some competitors. We're going to start running in real time. This is exactly what we do and how we do it, and pulling together a list of keywords that we're probably going to start to attack. Now, is it going to be a massive list of keywords? Of course it is. Are we going to have to go through and really sift out like the keywords that we want to go after? Yeah, of course. Like, you have to do that. But compiling this massive, kind of like a mega list of all the keywords you either want to go after and things like that, because there might be keywords on there that are a little bit outside your realm of possibility to outrank or reach, but that's today. What about in 3 or 6 or 9 months from now? So going back and keeping this giant list of all of these things is going to help tremendously when you're going through any of this. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. Now, I will say a full disclaimer. Once again, this is a real-time thing. I'm not speeding this up or editing this in any way. We're just going through, and this is your thought process, and I want to kind of explain my thought process among all of this. And then on top of that, I do use SEMrush. You don't have to go use SEMrush. There's plenty of other tools, Ahref, Moz, even Ubersuggest is a great alternative as well, but you don't have to get SEMrush. This is just one of the tools that we use when we're doing this kind of research. So let's jump into my computer here. And right here we have SEMrush, and I've already pulled up some competitors that I know of already. So when I say competitors, or how do I even find these competitors, right? Maybe you're working on a completely new business. You're going to go into here and you're going to type in, I don't know, let's say how to get a custom made sign, right? And this is a great spot to start, right? Because I'm typically going after one-offs and things like that. So these are all really cool signs. And this person that I'm printing for, they have their own printing machine, and they can print up to one, as low as one quantity, which is actually pretty rare. So custom signs and things like that, usually you have to order more than one. So I'm just going to check these people out here. And this is just one of the things that we're going to be going after. So custom signs, cool. We could probably print custom signs. Let's say personalized gifts. Actually, I'm going to pull up one or two more. And when I'm looking for these, I'm actually looking for either somebody that I know prints it completely or a /blog. So those usually mean that there's a blog out there like Vistaprint. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to compete with Vistaprint. It's just been around way too long here. But I just clicked the first one because I wanted to make sure I had somebody or something on there. And I'm just really just looking for different things. Art Signworks. Let's take a look at this. Maybe this is something that could be a competitor. It's an older website. I'm not too worried about it. Let's just type blog. So we'll see here. Virtual Signs USA. Now we're getting there, right? AGC signs, blog, wooden signs, benchmark signs, custom made. Let's say a custom print. And printing, that's pretty vague. Beautiful book. Actually, let's do promotional product. And this is kind of like, I have to think about like what are her, or this person, I should say, it is a her, but what are, her clients thinking about, right? So how to get a custom made promotional product is something that I might want to look for. And I'm just looking for blogs because these people probably have a bunch of information in here. So Far from boring, pro imprint. And now I just want to go look at these, right? These are really important for me to look at. Another thing that I'm looking for is I believe this is Uber Suggest, could be SEO Quake or Keywords Everywhere. But I'm looking for their domain authority. 32.29, I could definitely compete in these areas. 58, a little bit high for me. 22, 61, that's a little too high. Maybe 30s. So these are all things for me to look at when I'm pulling up these websites. Now, that authority, domain authority, really just means, their power as a brand and things like that. And I just want to look through. I want to see, what we could create. So yeah, we could definitely print these signs. That works. 7 must-read blogs, custom outdoor signs. This is not what I'm... Home interior virtual signs USA. Let's see. Signs are a little tough because they're more like promotional products. Christian Wakefield virtual signs. No, I'm going to pass on this one. I don't get the right information here. Vehicle signs. AGC blog, custom signage, plexiglass barriers. No, maybe the signs is not going to fit us for what we need. But this is cool. Far from boring promotional products. This is perfect, right? Pro imprint, right? This is exactly who I need to go after. Now, and elite promotion, perfect. Traveling business, 5 health tips to bring with you. Remote workers, apparel. Yeah, this is like exactly what I'm looking for here. And I've already pulled up a couple other ones in here. So these are just other ones that I found. Task image. This is PG promotional items. This is Great Place to Work. I don't really know about Great Place to Work, but they do have a bunch of custom stuff. So I don't particularly think that this is going to be exactly what I need. And it's Ireland, so I'm actually going to squash this one. Not that it's bad. There's also no blog on there. I've already checked for it. And we're just going to go with this, right? So easy canvas prints. That is not something. See, they do filtered face masks. No, we're gonna crush this one too. Easy prints, perfect. This is exactly what we need. They're not doing too much picture stuff though, but they are doing picture onto an item, so that kind of fits in there. So these are great. I have Custom Tee up here. I know Custom Tee has a really active blog, which is why I picked them. So they're constantly. I know that they're in the process of competing for SEO ranking and stuff like that. So that's huge. This has already helped me tremendously on my search. So now that I pulled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to save these 8 companies because these 8 companies, from what it looks like already, and I might have to come back and do a bit more of an in-depth search, but this is good enough for now. Like I'm very happy with this and the information that I've gotten already. And we're only a couple minutes in. So next we're going to go to SEMrush, and I want to do some spying on these people. So in this case, I'm just going to use custominc.com right now because I know that they have an active blog. And I'm just going to hit search. And I just want to see what this is going to kick back to me. And by the way, SEMrush, there's so much you can do in here. So authority score 64. You have organic search traffic, 2.6 million clicks in the last 30 days. Paid search traffic, 122,000. Backlinks, 1.3 million. And then display advertising, 2.2 thousand, right? So this is huge. This is really, really good. Sorry, I have to take a drink of water here. But really, really good for us to know. We know quite a bit. We know that this is predominantly US based. We have SERP features in here, organic keywords. What are they really ranking for? So top 3, they're not ranking for, they're ranking for a lot. They're not ranking for as much as I would have actually thought they would be. But this is great. This is really, really good. You could also compare domains. So if I want to add another competitor and another competitor, growth reports, all that kind of stuff. If you want to go through this, I definitely say it's probably worth going through. But right now, I'm really just curious about worldwide, and especially in the US. That's one of the reasons why I picked this brand. I cheated a little bit. I did some homework. But that's because I want to make a nice YouTube video for you guys. And in here, custom ink, t-shirt, custom t-shirt, right? And this is really where we're going to want to sit around is that organic research. So now we could really do a lot of competitor research on all of this stuff. Now, there's 2 ways to go about this. Number 1 is you just export all of this. So you go through, you do this 8 times, and you export all those keywords. And then you take all of these, and then you could see what you could really go after. And what I mean by that is look at this keyword difficulty. So I don't particularly love SEMrush. If you're looking for keyword research, I definitely would say, and this is the only determining factor of SEMrush, is I don't like their keyword difficulty. It's a little bit difficult. it's kind of hard to understand because their low rankings are actually like non-existent until about 50, which doesn't really help. I've seen some lower ones, yeah. So these are the lower ones, but they're never much lower than that. So what I really want to know is I want to know the keyword difficulty. I want to know the volume, right? What are they getting the most volume on as far as keywords? And you have your differential or changes in the domain. You have your traffic. Sorry, I don't know why I had a complete brain fart right there. You have your volume. You have your keyword difficulty, cost per click on average, and then your URL. So in here, Under Armour actually comes up as a huge keyword for them, driving a ton of traffic. T, I'm assuming because of T-shirt, Carhartt, hoodie, AirPod case, bucket, hat, right? AirPod case, pretty interesting that those come up. T-shirt, custom T-shirt, phone cases, right? Champion hoodie. And now there's really two ways that I can go about this. So either one, I could do the keyword research right here, or two is you can make a giant like mega list of everything that you want to do keyword research for. So that's just one way to really think about it. You know, there's more than one way to do this, but this is just, in my opinion, what I've found to be one of the easiest ways to go through and do all this kind of stuff. It's keyword research is not hard. It's time consuming and difficult. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to actually bring in a brand new spreadsheet, and I can now use this spreadsheet to ultimately start to add all of these people in here. So if I go to the custom ink, right, and I want to export, so let's export all 10,000 based on your limit, right? That's a lot of keywords. Do I want to go after all those keywords? In this case, because they rank for so many, I just want to see what they have, right? So they're ranking for 27,000, and you could go through and pull two different ones. Maybe it's the most volume, right? Maybe it's the keyword difficulty. And essentially what you want to do is you want to find a sweet spot of keyword difficulty and traffic. So if I just do, let me do keyword difficulty. There it is. So that's 99. There's no way that we're going to be able to compete in that area. But what we can do is now we can take and go through and click. Where is that? There it is, 26. So now I can go through and actually see, like, what could I potentially rank for, right? Because these are lower keyword difficulty scores. So that means if you write a really, really good piece of content with that keyword in mind, chances are pretty good you could either rank for it in the top 10 or rank number 1 for it in position 0 or position 1, which is that where it gives you a snippet or that first spot in Google. And this is pretty interesting, right? So is everything going to be in here that we need? No, this is obviously one of the main competitors, but we can go through and we could start to see like we're still in the 30s here. We could start looking for bedrunken baby, right? T-shirt printing online Australia, uniform printing Singapore, right? We're obviously not going to compete for a lot of these, but eventually you're going to hit a point where you're starting to go through all this kind of stuff, and you're going to say custom stage design, maybe. I don't know what stage is. Maybe that's a industry word. I still don't see anything that really jumps out at me. Page number 2, and we're still in the 36s. Like, that's a reasonable number, right? Custom dentistry, no. Maybe it's custom dentistry tools, right? Or giveaways. Now you're getting somewhere. Nike team roping hoodie, nope. Give free 2016, nope. Design on t-shirt, ATC shorts. Camaro Club, maybe. Maybe you want to write an article about Camaros and cars and different custom stuff. But essentially what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to look for a keyword that's not that difficult, meaning probably sub 40, but also gets a decent amount of traffic, right? So American Britney Club, I don't know what exactly that means, but that has a good amount of traffic. So I don't even know how to say that. You have volleyball clubs in Maryland. Okay, not sure exactly how that ties in, but it looks like they have some traffic and stuff like that. Faith Worship Center, nope. Custom stainless, maybe custom stainless steel bottles, right? Stainless steel water bottle, if you look over here. That might be something we can write an article about and how the process is different and how you officially get, a brand or image on there. Now that is something that we could definitely go after. We could absolutely target. And when somebody wants something stainless steel printed, right, now that has the opportunity to show up in Google in 3, 6, 9 months down the road. And that's where really the magic happens. There's no fast way to do this. There's no like, hey, let me plug it into a software and it'll kick out ideas. This is the ideas, right? This is where you have to go. You have to go do the grunt work, and you have to go figure out, hey, what is going to work for this, right? Let's just look at a couple more. T-shirt printing, Oahu, nope. Screen printing prices list, right? So this might be something good. So if you have a screen printing and you know, a screen printing company, and you want to talk about the pricing and how pricing's factored and determined, that might be something worth it. Or the average pricing that people charge, so that way somebody can get an idea. Those are always good. If you can do like an average of like what's the average price of a website, right? What's the average price of this? What's, you know, all of these things are really good bits of information. Alliance Soccer Club, maybe that's a popular thing. Custom Fence Company, maybe. I mean, what's Custom Fence Company going to? Okay, so they have their own little link right there. And the cool part is you can click right off to it. 1,000 custom dental giveaways, right? They have dental scrubs. This is something that we can now do something with. So this is, okay, let's take a look at it, right? So they have dental scrubs. Let's just go look at that page really quick. And this is what you'll find, right? Find your scrubs. Here it is. Look Flossy and custom dental scrubs. Like, I could easily make a better page about this and how to do it and why you would want to do it, and possibly even other giveaways or other things that your dentist's office can use, right? And this is now going to start driving traffic to your website, and they might be interested in getting this. Let's see in here. Doc dogs. I don't know what that is, but let's take a look at it. What is a doc dog? Tommy D's, Limoncello. Okay, so something for dogs. I mean, custom t-shirts for your doc dog. There you go, right? So this page has literally nothing on it. That we could absolutely write an article about doc dogs, whatever that may be, and we find the right writer for that. And that's essentially, or you write it yourself, right? You might know something about that area, and if you do, you can write probably a better article than just about anybody else on there. And this is what you're going to do. You're just going to go and crawl through. It's a slow process of pulling out 1, 2, 3, or 4. And my process is going to take a couple hours, so I don't want to bore you guys with it. But this is the process that you need to go through to find out what your competitors are ranking for and how you can ultimately get better than your competitors, right? That's essentially what you want to do. You're not doing this because you want to stay below your competitors. You're doing this because you want to get above them in Google and sales and things like that. So that's literally the process. It's finding out those keywords and saying, hey, what can I add on to this? What can I do to make this better? And taking that, doing it over and over and over again, making that mega list, and you're just going to comb through one by one. It might be 5,000 records, right? You might say, hey, I want to find people in the 30s to 50s, and I'm going to delete everybody else, right? Or under 30 or under 40. And you go through and say, okay, great. If the traffic was, this amount, right, you can go through and say, okay, great. I want traffic that's between 100 and 1,000 visitors per month. Perfect. And you go do this over and over and over and over again, and this is how you're going to start to outrank your competitors time and time again. Now, is this the full-blown way of doing keyword research? Kind of, yeah. This is, if you're doing competitor research, you're doing keyword research, this is the first place you want to start. There's other ways after you've started writing for a long period of time to find other keywords, but if you're just getting into this and you want to rank ahead of your competitors, this is the process. So I'm going to go pull 5,000 or 10,000 records, and I'm just going to start trimming it. Hey, I want at least 100, maybe to 1,000, maybe up to 5,000, right? And I want a keyword difficulty of maybe it's 30 to about maybe 50 or 60 in this case. Most of the other programs, if it's 0 to 100, maybe you want something in 10 to maybe 10 to 40 as far as a keyword difficulty. I just think their keywords are a little skewed as far as their percentage difficulty. But my name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. I know this is not the most exciting video in the world, but this is the video, videos like these and this video are the ones that make people money and can make you a lot of money. So your website is great and all, but having a website where you're getting visitors because you're creating content on targeted keywords where they're low competition but high search volume, that's when you can start winning online and ultimately growing your business. So I hope this helps. Hit that like button, hit that little subscribe button. That's the bell, but hit the subscribe button, then hit the little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then.